Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is a nice sunny day today. It is currently 25 degrees Celsius, but feels like 28 with the humidex, which means it's 77 Fahrenheit, feels like 82 with the humidex. Level 6 for air quality. I guess I should put something over this desk. It's really messy. Um, Air quality 6, so I'm still kind of stuck in the house. I'm sorry I was running late today. For some reason, I still thought it was July. Uh, I haven't been out of the house for a while, so I'm not really here. I guess I don't know. Mentally unstable currently. It's good. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. So the reason I was late, I don't really have an excuse except for that I was playing. I'd started doing those little masks on Tuesday, and I was going to use them as ATCs. And then I changed my mind that I didn't want to use them for ATCs because I loved them so much I didn't want to part with them. So then I decided to do a different kind of ATCs for the group that I'm involved with. So I did these ATCs, and so while I was painting the roses, of course, I had extra paint. You know, you can't just put out the amount of paint you need. So then I ended up doing these painted papers. These ones I outlined. And I cut one out thinking that I was going to use it, and I didn't. But I will. So throughout the past bit, while I was using up those scraps to do the faces and stuff, I had all these thin strips of cardstock left, so I decided to make my own punchinella out of it. So now I have punchinella kind of stuff to use up. Yeah, I hand punched each and every hole. So I still have this big bin of scraps to use. And of course, I still have this bin of scraps. There's even some scrapbook paper in here. And we know I'm not a big fan of scrapbook paper. So I might just get rid of that. I don't know yet. But I've got these lovely scraps. So I figured that what I would do. Hey, Belinda, sorry I'm late. I'm having a day. Just no apparent reason that I totally thought we were still in July. That's all. Nice to see you. So because I've got all the scraps, I figured I would make some of these page edges or whatever using up this and all this stuff, and of course book page. So that's kind of what I figured we would do today because that's what I was doing when Jan actually messaged me and go, I guess there's no live stream today. And I went, no, I only stream the first 3 Sundays of the month. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. I only streamed the first 3 Sundays of the month. And then I looked at the calendar and I had a little bit of blue words. So that's kind of what I was doing. I played in this little book. This is an accordion book that I did out of a snippet strip. And then I added additional pages. And I've just been doodling in it when the urge rises. I stitched some little bits of paper in between. I just pamphlet stitched them in. So throughout the book, you see the strips, the snippet strip, and then I put in additional pages. So I've been having something with that. I've got this one as well. They caught my eye this morning, so I was doodling, and then I figured, I should probably do something a little bit more constructive. So this is my little bit more constructive idea. The ladies in my group kind of asked, what do you do with strips of paper? So I did a whole bunch of little books because I was low on books. Thank you, Belinda, for drawing my attention to that. So I did have a container of books now. I did a whole bunch of books. I'm good for books for a little while. And yeah, so I'm thinking I got to use up some of this scrap too. I really like these. For some reason, these make me smile. When they're all these bright colors together. Anyway, we're going to do some of these kinds of things today. I still have that one sewing machine I need to pick up. I haven't been able to get out to get it due to the air quality. I did talk to the guy, and he says it's okay if I wait like 6 months or whatever. But I still want that one back because that's the one that goes in the cabinet, and it's got all kinds of fancy stitches on it. It's not an embroidery machine per se, but it does have a variety of stitches. So that one's still at his place. I still have one to get. The one that I've got, I have made rice bags. I've made unpaper paper towels. Yeah, I have lots of ideas. Lots of ideas. I just have to get off my butt and do them. So, but I don't know that I'll be doing any sewing on my channel because A, I'm not a seamstress by any means, and B, I will make anybody who actually sews run screaming. Hi, Sherry. Nice to see you. Sorry I'm running late today. So let's do some, these are cute on journal pages. I've done them on, let me just grab a journal here because, can't show you without having an actual journal to show them in. Let's grab this one. Nope, not that one. I had one. Sorry. Very sorry. I've got all these partial journals, and I work on them and I move them, and then I can't find them. Anyway, I can just show you on this journal actually. Right, this journal that. Hey, Lee, nice to see you. Nice to see you. So this is just one of these things that you can just add as a page edge kind of thing. It would be nice if I had a blank page to show you on, somewhere in the corner like this. Or this, maybe across the top. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to do some of these. Normally, I don't have all these big things sticking out. Okay, I lied. I do. But anyway, that's the kind of thing we're going to do. Matchstick fence. All right. All right. Yeah, I still thought it was July, Sherry. And Jan messaged me and goes, "Oh, no stream today?" And as I was explaining it to her, I looked at the calendar and I cursed myself. Because that's what I do. All right. So I know we've done this recently, but I didn't manage to get a whole bunch of them done. So I've got some book pages. Like I say, I had a whole rabbit hole that I went down because I did those mask ATCs, decided I'm keeping them all because I love them so much. I'm not ready to part with them. So then I did these ATCs. So when I was painting the flowers, extra paint, I painted them on book page, cut one out reasonably snug to what it was. And I figured they would make great little embellishments on these kinds of things. So that's what we're doing, these kinds of things. So this is not a dictionary. It is a video movie guide from 2001. The paper is pretty brittle. You love the masks too? Yeah, they turned out just gorgeous this time around. I'm really, really thrilled with them. Of course, Jean and I were talking, and she said, maybe do them in a book. And I said, okay, if I do a book, it would be called Masquerade Mania. They all have the M names, which you guys helped with the M names. So Jean and I came up with a whole list of M occupations. So we've got like Maud, who is, I don't even remember what her name is, mechanic. And I looked up a whole bunch of names, town names from here in Manitoba, because then I can have like and they're from Miami, Manitoba, or Morden, Manitoba. Yes. Yep. So I'm not going to do these so that they're going to fit like when we do the, that's cooked. I'm not worried. Um, when we do, when we just take a regular paper and fold it in half, I'm not going to do it that long. I like it. I'm only doing like quarter size pages now. So I fold it in half, cut it, and then fold it in half. And so, yeah. So I'm going to make these a little bit shorter. Usually when I do it that way, they're about 5 1/4. This is, let's grab a ruler and we'll find out what it actually might be. Okay, so this is about 6. So that would have to go on a big book. But I'm going to make them smaller now so that, because I don't make the big ones. Mind you, if I could put those in something like an envelope journal. Okay, so I cut out a strip of paper. I'm just going to wobble cut down the edge. Pardon me, I'm wobble cutting right down the middle. All right, so we've got a couple of wobble cuts. I might even do the edge. I don't know. I am going to take a black marker and edge them. Yeah, Jen and I will play like over Facebook Messenger in the afternoons quite often when she doesn't have stuff up and I don't have stuff up. Just using a black marker to edge this. Because what I like doing actually, I might take another piece off that. You know when you get magazines, you get pages and pages and pages of text? I like taking strips of text, wobble cutting like this, and then layering them. And doing like 3 or 4 in a row, so it gives you kind of like a ruffle kind of thing. I don't know how well you can see that. But they need to be edged, otherwise you can't see it too well. But I've done entire like 3x5 index cards like this, covered the whole thing in it. Yes. All right. Yeah, Jean was working on some jewelry and I was, finishing off masks when we decided that would be a good thing to do. Okay, so let's do one more strip of these so that I can have 3 overlapping. What have you guys been up to this weekend? Oh, look, I've got one right here. Let's just wobble cut this edge. That's from the piece that I used in here. Strip of garbage, edge it. I've actually been watching some TV, trying to catch up on my temperature blanket because, well, I hadn't even started June until a week and a half ago. So I'm catching up on that. Hey, Andrea, nice to see you. I'm sorry I'm late. I was thinking of something else. Oh, look, I turned it over, Belinda, and I didn't need to. Go figure. Go figure. All right. So I'm going to take this strip. That's going to be the bottom strip. And I'm just going to do a glue there. Can't really see the black on that edge, but it's okay. We're just going to make sure that they're a little bit offset. Now we're going to do another one. Hope everybody's having a lovely day today. See, it gives a really interesting ripple effect. Now I'm just going to go along them with a black gel pen just to make sure that they are definitely, you can see them better. All right. This is a great way to use up strips of book page or whatever. And I am actually just going to go along this edge. Just along the inside of this edge. In fact, I used to sit and make a whole bunch of like pages of this, so I could just cut them down however I wanted them. All right, so that is going to be part of the next piece that we're making. And I only wanted about 5 inches, maybe 4.5. Let's do it at 4.5 inches. Just there. Got a little piece left, which is fine. I can use that on an ATC or something, or in a, what are they called? Cluster. All right, so we've got this. Now we're going to take a piece of painty paper. This one's bright and colorful and lots of fun. So again, I'm just going to cut it about the same length. And because it is so wide, I'm going to cut it down the middle. Maybe, in fact, nope, I'm going to cut it straight. The reason being, is with the two ruffly edges, a straight piece will be perfect. And I might put another one just there, because I got the two. Or maybe I'll put a solid piece. Oh, put that one there and a solid piece on the back. There we go. That's what we're going to do. And yeah, I'm using glue stick today. Let me just grab a paper so that I can, if I'm going over the edge, it's not going to make too much of a mess. So I'm going right along the edge here. Like that. Oop. So we've got that. And then let's take a solid piece of something and we'll put it here. Is that too bright? Let's see what else I've got. I've got a darker green. Oh yeah, that goes good. And I'm going to put it there, and then I'm going to trim it down to that edge. Wow, it's warm. This glue's kind of melty, and you know how this glue gets. Awesome. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're just going to trim this up. So it's kind of straight, straight as Kim gets things when she tries to cut things straight. And I want to cut it down the middle of that green strip because I don't want things overly wide. So that's the base that we're going to do. Did I turn that over? Yes, Belinda, I did turn that over. Why do I do that? Do you guys do that? Naps are good. I like naps. I had a nap yesterday evening. I woke up at 11:30 and didn't go back to sleep till like 3 in the morning or some silly thing. I don't know. Seriously, something wrong with me some days. Okay, let's not put your hand in the glue any more than you need to. All right. I know that this wasn't exactly on our list of things to do. All right. So I've got that. And because it's got the nice greens, I could get away with putting this like this. Now, that's but much better when it comes to putting it into a journal. That could even be a belly band, right? Look for a blank page. But it looks cute just along the edge of a page like this. And even if it was across the top of a page. These are just like page edges that I'm doing, and I'm not really doing any series or rhyme or reason to them. They are just what they are. Just using up stuff, guys. Let's use up stuff. So I'm going to put this, I don't know, maybe here. I'm going to put it there. So I still have the postcards to do for that swap. I really don't know exactly what I want to do yet. I know that we threw out some ideas, but haven't given it much thought because those masks really made me Sorry, writing in wet glue and the pen isn't wanting to perform correctly. This is just that S gel pen that I have. There we go. Better, 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 better. All right. So this is the one I made before I even started today, and we've done this one. You're just going to keep playing. Just keep playing. I have this piece of green with this interesting pattern. You know what? I think I just might save this for leaves. Why? Look at this fun piece. This one too, I'm going to wobble cut. Now I probably, now that I'm thinking of it, should have measured it to that 4.5 or 5 inches and then cut it so that I would still have a decent piece left that I could use as a mask face or something, but I did not. Right? Oh, see, I would have had a lovely big piece. But you know, I can always use that on a junk journal or on an ATC, right? Oh, the other thing that I've been doing, again, trying to use up paper strips, I made a whole bunch of postage. I have, when Ron and I were traveling last year, I saw this market book, and it's all trucks and farm equipment that's for sale. But look at how nice those little pictures are, and they are perfect for making postage. Those and seed catalog magazines are great. All right. There we go. So this one, these are garbage. Let's get rid of them now. This I can use. Come on. I'm really hoping that the air clears up enough that I can go and get groceries on Tuesday. Really hoping. So this is yellow and blue. I really would like to use some of this. What about, I've got a strip of black. If I put a strip of black, and then a piece of that yellow, that would be kind of sharp. I think that needs to go underneath the black. All right. So what I'm going to do, we're going to cut this off at the same length, roughly. Now we're going to cut this off at the same length, roughly. Oh, maybe I need to do it this way. Yeah, this one has more space between the punch outs. So we're going to start with this. Let's bring the glue page back. My desk is such a mess, guys. I am so sorry. So sorry. I'm going to do a line of glue right there down this blue. Then we're going to put black on top of it. They are getting annoying. They really, really are. I'm tired of being stuck in my house and only seeing my flowers through the window or from pictures. Really tired of that. So now I am going to cut. So there's just a nice thin strip of this black. Go from this side. No. You know, it'd probably be better if I even run it through my cutter so that it was straight. I know. It's true. And I have been working all week down here because I haven't been out, right? So, like I say, I did the masks. I've done these things. I did those ATCs. I did a whole bunch of postage. I did a whole bunch of painted roses. Yeah, I've been doing, but yeah, straight definitely is overrated. So I just want to put a nice thin strip right along this edge of this yellow. Then I'm going to take this black and I'm going to put it right there on that nice thin strip of glue on the yellow. Really. Play nice with me. There we go. All right. Now we need some sort of focal point on this. Those roses will not go with this per se because they are. No, I don't think I would like those roses. But what about if we did? I like to have a focal point. I could use an inch or 20 or whatever. Hey, Jack, thank you. Thank you for questioning where my head was at this morning. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that because seriously, I was not thinking of streaming. In fact, Jerry was here and Jerry said, "Are you streaming today?" And I said, "No, I only stream the first 3 Sundays of the month." Nobody corrected me. Nobody corrected me. And then when you asked, it was like, wait a minute. Oi, what about, oh, I have an idea. If I took, what have I got? I'm looking at scraps on my desk. No, I would need blue. What have I got? I got this blue. Does this blue go with it? Could, right? Like, nope, I don't like it. What about this? Is supposed to be blue. I think it's more purple. I don't like that with it either. Maybe? What do you guys think? Does this go? Yeah, I know. I was anyway. What do you think? I like this blue with it. What do you guys think? I'm going to use this. And I'm going to make 3 blue squares. Oh, these are not cut straight. It's okay. It's okay. I can see something here. And 2, these can be used as belly bands, right? Like all you need to do is put a thicker piece along the edge and it will make a cute little belly band. This one, not, well, I mean, if you glue it farther down, that would work. Anyway, yeah. So I have these little blue squares now. And I'm thinking kind of like the idea of putting them like this. Okay, let's get a clean piece to show that. What do you guys think? And then I could put like a little stamp or something in the middle of those, or little flowers. I'm not sure who that is, Sherry. Oh, dear junk journal. August child. Look, I didn't flip it over, Belinda. Didn't flip it over. Whoop. No flip. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't going to do it. So, well, it's okay. It's okay. The glue will dry, right? Right. This one goes in the middle. That looks middle-ish to me. Right there. Right there looks middle-ish. Middle-ish. So, now we get to doodle on those blank squares. I have an idea. And I know you guys are going, gee, why does that not surprise me? Again, I think I'm just going to devote this channel to using up scraps, guys. Not that it's not something haven't done in the past, but I think that it would be a good idea just to dedicate this to using up scraps. Because we always have so much scraps. Do you guys agree? I should do that? Okay, I'm going to make really, really little leaves because I want really little leaves on those. Oh, dear Julie. Oh, okay. I want just wee little leaves. Right. So when I do little wee ones like this, we all know that I like to put it on with glue that's on a toothpick. Right, so I need my paint lid, which was here shortly ago. Right here. I'm going to put some glue down. Yeah, I have an idea. Yeah. Maybe I should just totally change the channel to lol, I have an idea, using scraps. Let's just shake your head at me. Just do it. We know. So I'm just gluing these little leaves down. Yeah, I'm working really tiny again. This is why I never get rid of my ready scrap bin, because I just use little bits like this. I have to come up with something for bigger scraps, I think. Oh, there's two here. Nope, that is not two. I thought it was two. I thought it was two, but it's not. I should come up with a scrap challenge, a monthly scrap challenge. All right. Now, when I was punching out these lovelies, I kept these, right? I actually dumped out my other bin because I was doing one of those masks. I'll show you which one. This one. And I wanted her to have like curly hair. And I was using my hole punches, trying to find colorful hole punches in the midst of all my things wasn't great. So we're going to use these. Do I have blue? I've got yellow. I think I'll do them in yellow so that at least I've got some sort of a flow with the colors happening. So let's just outline these leaves first. Ooh, it's kind of hard to do it over the holes in the punch out stuff. Note to self, maybe you need to do this sort of thing before you glue them down. All right, so as I say, I'm going to use the yellow ones because they're from this piece of hole punch thing. Yeah, it's kind of hard keeping up with all these crafters online. There was somebody I just found recently, and really interesting. I watched a couple, but of course, you see all this new stuff that they're doing, and I I have so many things on the go as it is that I just don't wanna. Oh, I've got too many ideas as it is. You know, I really can't say too much about that because I just ordered one of those Fisker circle cutters because I find the punches, I've got dead spots in my punches now and it's really annoying. Okay, we're going to outline these, and I don't know if I want them to be flowers or berries. We'll decide in a minute. We shall decide in just a minute. Going around them twice, the outline on these. I think they'll be berries because you know what? This is the other conversation Jean and I were having. With all the detail that I put into my uh, stuff, I cannot charge $300 for a journal. You know what, Jan? We got our Echo Tank, Canon Echo Tank from Staples. It was a really decent price, and we've had it for at least a year, I'd say. Maybe a little bit more, but definitely a year. And I print a lot of stuff. So there, that's another either a belly band or a page edge. Okay. Let's keep track of these so that I don't even know where that other one went that I just did. There it is. It's upside down. Shove everything over there, except for the glues. We need the glues. We'll just put them here. But yeah, like my hole punches, it took me 3 tries to punch this 1-inch hole out. I don't want it as a valid reason. Yeah. Are you asking me what were they doing, the people that I watched? Well, one was doing gel printing, but they were doing it, it was different. It made me want to gel print, but I did not because I have to use up a lot of the stuff that I've got. Um, there was a lady doing jewelry out of gel print paper. Yeah, I started printing. Um, like this is a print of one of the masks. So I printed out the masks. I printed out. Let me just grab these, and I'll show you what I. And I am not great at getting my printer to do what I want it to. So I printed out all the masks so that I can just copy them and print them whenever I wanted them. Then I printed out all the book boards that I did. And then I printed out the roses that I did, that I used on those last ATCs, so that I can print them anytime. And yeah, because I save all my original stuff so that I can copy it, and then I don't use it. So I figure if I do this, print it out, cut them all out, I can just grab and go. And the book boards, well, but the masks I thought were a lot of fun too. But I mean, there's 20 masks, right? Yeah, own ephemera on demand. What I did, I took a picture of the little books that I make, right? Like the little paper books. I know I posted it on Instagram, so it's probably somewhere in Meet Your Creativity as well. But I'm thinking, it took me all morning to do these little guys, right? Because they're all individual. And I trim the edges and I round them. And so if I took a whole bunch and glued them onto a piece of paper, scanned them in, then I just have to cut them out. Thanks, Andrea. So, I mean, definitely those roses on the black I'm going to print out. Actually, I have a misprint of it. So it just makes sense to me now to do. I mean, I'll be using these as is. I'm not going to bother printing them because I still have to play sometimes too. Okay, back to this. So now we have 3. And I really haven't used much of the strips yet. Let's see what we've got here. Look at this beautiful yellow. Let's use that yellow. I have this wild green pink stuff. That's happy. That goes with that. I've got this piece of orange. It's not going to go with that, though. And what about this? And this? And this? Are those greens too close? Because there's a little bit of pinky red on that yellow. I'm thinking I could get away with these 3 in some sort of order. Then I could probably put one of these roses on because it's got the pinks and it's got the greens. It's got a little bit of yellow on the leaves. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, first of all, we're going to chop it down to the 4.5 inches approximately so that anything left over, I still have to use, because that'll make a decent mask face. Because I can't stop at just 20, That. We'll probably use more of that. And this. That also could make a very interesting mask face. That was probably a gel print that I stamped on top of. I don't know. So let's cut. I'm going to cut it there. But I'm going to wobble cut down both sides of it. You know, I was using my edging scissors when I was making the faux stitch the other day. Man, my hands got sore from doing that. You know, those greens are far too close. So I think I'm going to end up with this and then that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. You know, that's true, Belinda. It's just I like a lot of circles. I would like to have a whole set of circles cut out that I can just take and decorate. Oh, somebody got cut short. It's okay. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it along this edge. Yeah, so I was saying what I ordered. I ordered the circle punch. It's a Fisker's circle cutter. It does everything from 1 inch to 8 inches, I believe. I'm thinking even if I cut out an 8 inch circle, fold it in half, that's going to be really fun to have in a journal. I want to cut along this wobble cut edge here. So because it's a wobble cut edge, it's not outlined or anything. I'm just going to recut it. Going to cut that off there. And now we're going to edge these. Of course, you know, you can edge these with black marker before you put them down. And then along here. I like that piece. I'll be honest with you. I really like that. Now we just have to figure out what we want to put for a focal point. How about no, I'm thinking I could just take this piece of bitter. I'm going to just lop it. So it's kind of like a square. Oh no, I just chopped off a rose. See? This is what happens when you have junk on your desk. It's okay. I can fix that. I'm looking for a piece of book page that has nothing on it. have this brilliant white stuff. Those wheels are turning, yeah. Let's just take those and put them over here where they're safe. Yeah. We're going to cut off these white edges. I'm going to cut it, fold it this way and this way. And then I'm going to take these two little edges and fold them to the middle. And yeah, I know that's really, really tiny. Kind of overlap them. The way we used to make snowflakes when we were little, right? It's just this little cone kind of thing. The other thing I ordered was a reinforcement punch. So it cuts out reinforcements. You know, it's got the hole in the center and then the outside edge. One of the ladies at the group last Sunday had one, and she had safety pins or like safety. I guess they were old shower curtain hooks, actually. You know, those ones that kind of look shaped like a light bulb. And so she just would string them by colors on those things. And she had all these different colored reinforcements to use for whatever. I thought it was a great idea. Okay, back to this. All over the place. Yeah, so anyway, it's a punch for doing those. So I thought, oh, I could have so much fun doing that out of painty papers that. So I just cut it in this kind of a shape, just kind of rounded. Yeah, unfold it carefully. Oh, see that center one needs to be cut just a little bit more down the middle, which is fine. And I also ordered 250 sheets of black cardstock. Do I need more than one flower? Probably, right? One here and one there. We're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to hack off this white. Lop it, lop it. Oh, see, those are something that I see people use, and I have no interest in using those. Yeah, it is a lot of black cardstock, but I like backing things on black cardstock. Like all my monsters and stuff, I glued them down and then fussy cut them out again. And I really, really liked the way that turned out for me. Okay, so this isn't exactly a square, more rectangulish. I find it's better if you take it right down tight. Yeah. Yeah. You did send me a pic. Do you want me to show you how I make these flowers? Do you want me to fold something bigger so that you can see what I'm doing? Because, you know, Kim likes to use all these really big scraps. Oh, those ones need a little bit of a trim up because they're flat. They must be the inside fold. I just come in and I go like this. Make them round-ish. And we need to cut them apart. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit rectangular, but it's okay. That one still needs a little bit of tweaking. These two petals here. So I'm just going to put one at each corner like this. I am going to make sure that, well, 4.5 inches. I guess I could go 5 because when they're folded, what are they? That would be this size. So they are 5.5 inches, right? Because the page is 11 inches long, so 5.5 inches. So I can have these hanging over just a little bit at either end. And I'm just going to leave them plain, like plain brown wrapper, but you know, something like this, even if you used it as a page break, if you were, okay, Andrea, if you're using it as a page break, you know what, I'm going to cut this one in half and just have on here because it's just a little bit too rectangular for my liking. And that way I can have it right snug up to a page edge. Hey, Brenda, welcome, welcome. I am making page border things. I'm using up tall, skinny scraps. Lots of strips of things. So we have made that one, and this one today. This one I made this morning. I got really carried away. It's quite big. I mean, I can probably trim it down if I'm putting it in a smaller journal. So these could be used as either belly bands or edges, page edge things. I'm thinking I would like to use them more, against the page edge, or maybe as a break in the middle of a page so that you've got two sides to write on. Yeah. All right. Let's put these back. You know what? I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to start making the stack for making more masks. That's going to be my stack for mask making. Yes, this can go in here. I have all these strips of scrapbook paper, and I've been meaning to gel print them so that I could use them for this kind of thing because I don't like them being scrapbook paper. Mind you, look at this one. This is one of when I did my kids, they were cross between scrapbooks and junk journals. I cut out I printed a whole bunch of things like this, and I put them in there because those are things my kids would say at that time. But that was a fun print off. All right, I'm going to use that. And again, we need something about 4.5 to 5 inches. Let's make it 5 inches and I can cut it down. We'll take it to that blah. It's starting today. They're not as strong with water. Okay. And I know it's going to be going this way. That's how I had it down the edges of the page. And that will look lovely with this piece of blue and orange because it's got blues and oranges in it. Focus and don't go. I don't have my big overhead light on. Don't those look lovely together? It's got all the colors pretty much. So I'm going to glue that down here. Trying to use some of this stuff up. You know? There we go. This side is down a little bit, isn't it? Needs to. Well, I can always just trim that height down a little. That's a bit better. Much better. We're going to take this partial piece off. So we just have a straight run of blah, blah, blahs. And I think I would like... What do you think? This one or it's got red. Kind of like it more with the red. What do you guys think? Oh, what about orange? I do have orange. See, it picks the orange up in here and the orange up in the text. Real really like the orange. There. Oh, the red? Okay, let's hold it up so that you guys can see. I like the orange because it picks up the orange in the painted piece as well as in the text. Orange, yeah. I mean, the red would go good with the blah, blah, blah if I hadn't used this. I hope whoever gets the journal that this is going to be in is not going to get overly upset because they're getting a blah, blah, blah. Hey, quantumly entangled. I can't remember your name. I'm sorry. Welcome back. My desk is a super mess today because all I've been doing is playing down here for the past week and I have not cleaned up because I've just been going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. So I'm just trying to use up, you know how we all end up with these kinds of scraps? I want to use some of this up today. So I do like that. I have to admit, I really do like that. You are from Florida, if I'm remembering correctly, correct? And I know you mentioned your name. So I'm going to just carefully run this gel pen down the outside edge here. And I'm going to run it down this edge here. So again, this could be a belly band. If I was to use it as a belly band, oops. If I was to use it as a belly band, I would put something thicker along this edge or a solid piece underneath that edge just to give it a bit of more stability. And since we're doing flowers or something along that line, oh, look, let's not stick things together. If I was putting a flower on here, guys, what color flower would I use? Do you think? Maybe now a red? Oh, Barbara, welcome, welcome. All right. Oh, sorry about your kitty. It's so hard to lose fur babies. Yeah, like I say, I'm making either belly bands or book page edges or whatever they're going to be after I throw them in the bin and take them out again. I think this needs some sort of a red flower, guys. Red. Red hunk of paper. I just happened to scrape some. And it's a red orange, so it will look really nice. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do the wonky flowers. I think I'm going to do more along this line of flower. Not sure that I'm going to add any leaves. We can decide that in a minute. But first, we're going to trim this down. Get rid of some of this stuff that isn't flower colored. So we're going to fold this in half. Oh, definitely. I agree. I agree. It's really, really hard. Now we are going to wobble cut a circle. Right? We've got a little square kind of thing here. We're going to wobble cut a circle. And whatever we get, we get. Because we know I don't measure or anything. So we've got these wobble cut circles. Now we're going to turn those into flowers. Oh, it's got a little bit of a sharp point there. I don't like that. We'll just get rid of that. And this one. All right. So let's just use a dark marker so that you guys can see what I am doing. Anybody who's new here. This is just a regular Sharpie marker. We're going to start putting a circle in the center. Then we're going to decide where we want our petals to go. So let's go like this, like that, something like that. We'll do the same thing here. 5 lines. All right. Now we're going to turn these into flowers even more so. Where the lines are at the outside, we are going to go in and we are going to go and snip down into it and back up. So you wobble cut a circle and then you chunk out where you do the lines. And remember that you want to cut you don't want to have sharp edges at the ends of the petals. So you try not to just cut it straight. You kind of give it a bit of a shape. Because if you just cut a V out, I don't know about you, but I always then come back and have to trim my edges off. See that? I left a little bit of a V shape, so I've got a bit of a sharp point there. I feel that I have to trim that off. Yeah, my desk is decorated like after a bombing. Yeah. This is my normal. And it's funny because when Ron came down this morning, he brought me some more coffee. He asked if I was streaming today. Everybody was asking if I was streaming today, and I kept going, no, just the first 3 Sundays of the month. Totally thinking we were still in July. Anyway, I'm here. I was late. It's okay. We're here. And I said to him, no, I stream tomorrow, so I'll have my desk all cleaned up for tomorrow. It didn't work that way because I'm streaming today. Okay, we're going to add these 2 flowers, kind of like we added these ones, but I'm not going to add the leaves. That's right. That's right. And it's not a mess. It's a pile of possibilities. Okay, so we've got them like this. Let's grab some dark And you know what? I might even go with a purple for the centers because it might show up better on the red. Unless I've got like a really, really dark red. I know that's brown. Might do what I need it to. Just need it to shade in of the flower. Mm, no, it's okay. It is okay. We are going to be covering stamen kind of things. All right. So now we're going to draw some little light lines like this. In the center. And we're going to do that to both of them. Fill that in. Now let's do, I could outline these with black marker. I'm not going to worry about that right at the moment. I might go ahead and do that later on when I'm putting it into the book. It is uplifting. It really is. It really is. Sherry, honey, if you are sending me stuff right now that to show the group, I can't. I didn't bring down my tablet or phone. But I will look at what you sent shortly. So we're just going to make some little white dots if you so desire. You guys, you know how this goes. I throw these ideas at you, and you take it and you do it your way. And we're going to go around the edge in white as well. Okay, sorry. Oh, fuzzy. As I say, I don't have anything down that I can pull it up to show people. Because when I decided, when I remembered, I was upstairs having lunch and I just kind of ran back down here and started. You know how I operate. I am so done with this smoke, guys. I tell you. I need to go grocery shopping. My fridge is empty. Ron has been shopping for me. But he's so good when he shops. He follows the list. He doesn't think to check for things that are on sale, or if he sees something that he knows I cook that I might want to cook, he doesn't think to purchase that, right? So my fridge is absolutely empty. It's horrible. It's really bad. I got no fresh vegetables right now. So since it's 10% Tuesday coming up for groceries, I am definitely going to go out and do some grocery shopping Tuesday. Okay, we're going to do this. Oh no, that would be brutal. I don't measure anything as a rule anyway. Like I am trying to keep these around 4.5 inches, maybe 5 inches. And this one will go like that. A little bit more overlap. A little bit more overlap. I like it. Yeah, I'm bad for not measuring. I admit it. Those who have been with me since I started will also admit that I'm not good at measuring things. And I wobble cut because I do not cut straight lines. So I'm just outlining where they overlap on the base and each other. And where the two flowers overlap here, I am going to take a black pencil crayon and I'm just going to do a line along this flower just to give it that little bit of depth, like it's overlapping. A little bit of shading. Yes, they always find their way into my cart too. Oh, they could be poppies. They are just scrap flowers. Hunk of paper, wobble cut it, turn it into a flower. It's the way I roll. Okay, let's get rid of a bunch of this stuff. All right. So what have we got now? That's the one I did before. So we've done 4. Wow, this is going much faster than those silly masks I did, let me tell you. Much faster than the silly masks. Nothing, just scrap flowers about them. Well, thanks. All right, let's find something else to play with. That's really thick. And it's got, I must have glued, this is actually this kind of torn paper glued down onto this brown background. Kind of like it just the way it is. It's really kind of rough looking. Okay, Jan, big hugs to you. You haven't seen her since Wednesday. Wow. Okay, hugs to your girls. Hugs to you. Don't knock the masks. You know what? Those 20 masks took me 3 days to do. 3 days. Done. Done with the masks. I'm thinking I'm going to cut this and I'm going to use this just the way it is. We'll just add stuff to it. So about this height. Somewhere around there. See, now this would make actually a nice little tag if I did let's do a fan trashy flower on this, guys. Okay, we'll do that. Because we can. This needs something. It needs, what does it need? It needs something. Okay, let's do the fan trashy flower first because Kim's now off on a fan trashy flower tangent. Let's grab a piece of, look at all this. Guys, like, I could have made punch stuff. Time to make some more snippet strips. I'm looking for a nice colored piece of paper. Make fan trashy flowers. Okay, we'll just use this red. I've got this red right here. Let's just do it. They did come out so good. They really did. I'm like I say, I'm really happy with them. Okay, so we're just going to take this and we're going to fold it in 3. This way. And we're going to wobble this. You know what? Because I had like 1/2-inch strips, I made a whole bunch of those exploding boxes as Christmas gifts this year because the grandkids, all they wanted was gift cards. So I figured if I did exploding boxes and then the gift card at the bottom, it was perfect. So I did something like 30 boxes. Ended up with a lot of strips, a lot of corners, lots of strips this size. So I just used a regular hole punch. I think they're fun. You know, like really. I think they're a lot of fun. We're doing fan trashy flowers on here. Red. Folded it in 3. We'll do something like this. Okay, that's the shape we've got. Almost like a wobbly leaf shape. And they're going to be too big to do 3, but I should be able to get 2 on here. Put this one to the side because we know I'm going to use it in something. But I wanted them hanging down. All right, they're going to hang down. Let's work them up now. Let's take a white gel pen and we're just going to do a scribble thing all over them. Just like this. Just a scribble thing all over. Yeah, Barbara, I'm just. Oh, hi, Stephanie. Welcome. I like using all my own stuff. I have so much supplies and I don't throw out scraps because I use lots of little scraps of paper. So a group that I'm in, they were asking what people did with their strips of paper. And so I was coming up with ideas to use these strips that we end up with. And I have more bins than this one. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to glue them on like that. I have found, though, I did try it out of painty papers, like gel prints and stuff. For some reason, I really do like the solids. I'm sure I would use the painty ones as well, but... Okay, so we've got this one. This is just going to be a little tag tuck thing for in a pocket in a journal. Okay, so those are glued down. They don't show very good, but they will. Now we get to play. We're going to take a black gel pen, and first we're just going to go around the edges of them. Just gives that little bit sharper detail, and they'll be seeing that little bit better. And because the glue is wet, my gel pen is skipping areas, and I'm not too concerned. Come on, stick down. All right, now we're going to take this marker, just a regular Sharpie, and we're going to start by putting some leaf kind of things like this on these fan trashy flowers. And we're going to do the same thing on this one. It's going to have these black leaf things. Oh. Is this marker dead? Or done? Or whatever? Oh, look, that's another mask face. I'm looking for it. Just a white piece of paper. Here. Oh, see, it's not great. Well, we're going to use it until it's done. So then we're going to have these going to a center stem. And the stem is going to go down like this. Fan trashy flowers always have just black and white stems in my world. And black and white leaves. What kind of leaves do we want? Something like this. We'll color them in black. You could have one like this going behind this flower. Yeah, there we go. Now we're going to come in with the white gel pen. And we're going to make these actually look like leaves in a stem. So we're going to go up the stem first, just a single line, really lightly up the stem. And I'm just doing some solid lines around these holder leaves. I don't know what they're called. And this is a stem. And that's a stem. Now we've got these leaves, so let's just outline them with the white. And let's just do some dots on them, because we can. Now I think I want to give just a little bit of shading into these flowers that are hanging here. I'll show you. It is nice to have somebody playing in the studio. I love it when people play along or doing their own thing while we're here. Okay, so I want to give them a little bit more depth. So I'm going to take a dark red or a raspberry or even a mahogany. Well, this is a red. Not sure that it's going to be dark enough for my purposes. No, it is not. Okay, let's I'm going to use that purple. Right, this is blue. I had a purple that I was shading with. Green, blue. Come on. Had a purple. Blue. Trying to use up these pencil crayons because they're so broken inside from kids dropping them. So I used to work a lot with kids. There it is. Nope, that's blue. There we go. I've got a purple. It's more of a red purple, but that's okay. It should give me what I'm looking for. Just want to get some shading happening here. Definitely between the leaves at the top. It's the shading that really brings things to life, right? It's a whole different aspect on them. Then we can take a white pencil crayon and just kind of lighten up. Is this working on my paint? Not really. All right. The shading makes a lot of difference. So this is just going to be one of those little tucks into a pocket thing. I have a stack of these that I did this week as well. You know, that's how it is. Okay, we've got this. Now, it's got this little bit of turquoisey bluish in it. I'm thinking that if I have something that's very, very close to that blue, I'm going to use this. And I think I am going to only use one piece of it because I don't need to cut them both. Let's lop that off. I'll leave that out. Yeah, it is better with shading. So I folded that strip in half and I'm going to wobble cut it both sides. I'm going to start at the open side so that I've got the fold side too. And we're just going to wobble cut us a hunk. And normally I would keep these and use them as grasses or something in one of my collages. They're going in the garbage. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. Trash, yeah. Surprise. I know. I think an alien has taken over my body, Belinda. Seriously. Okay, so I got two little wobbly pieces. That fold thing can go in the bin. I'm thinking I want just a little wobbly piece along this edge-ish, close to the edge, not necessarily on the edge. I was thinking, did I just turn that over? Yes. Yes, I did. Why do I do that? Give me reasons why I take and I flip over a plain piece of paper to glue. I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm going to put this over here. And I know that it's not straight. It's not. It's fat. It's skinny. It's fat. It's skinny. It's okay. Ordinary piece of paper. No? Yeah. Yeah. You saw it too? Perfect. Okay. Gel pen. This is a Sharpie S gel. I love them. Oop. That wasn't glued down. So, of course, my pen went into the wet glue. I'm going to do this. I have to admit, that plain piece of blue looks kind of lonely. Okay, so then I'm going to leave it plain. I am going to leave it plain. Maybe. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Okay, I lied. I need to add some circles on this. The paper underneath it is not smooth. So my circles are kind of ratty looking. But since I've got that ratty piece of paper that was pulled out of something or other, a coiled something or other, it's okay. Now, inside those, I am going to take this. I know what color I want. I know I've thrown out this one. This is a Crayola green blue. And I'm going to just color in those circles with this pencil crayon. Now, if I had some like little tickets or things like that, I would put a couple of those on. I do not. But I do have numbers. Thinking a couple of little numbers on there might be fun. And this is a really, really heavy cardstock. I could use that actually as a tuck. If I put that down on the edge of a page, that would be a great tuck. I wouldn't have to add anything if I use it as a belly band. We are going to cut this pointy piece a little bit smoother. There we go. We'll add some numbers to it because I think that could be kind of fun. I think it needs something more. The numbers will be good, but it needs something more than just numbers. So those of you who do journals and make tickets and that kinds of things, and you're looking for numbers, get yourself a fill-in numbers book. Look at those lovely numbers. I'm just going to rip out a page. And yeah, I ripped some of the numbers. It's okay. Why won't you go in there? What's in there? You know, I have stuff, guys. Okay, so let's add just a couple of numbers. I can get away with these big numbers down here because this is a wide piece. So there's one. Let's add a 3 number 404. That's that. Not found. 404. Thing not found. Oh, 659 on that side, but I want the 404. And let's use a 5-digit number. Well, you know, we're always looking for numbers. Well, I am anyway. So I'm just going to put these down. Doesn't matter where, because I think it needs a flower or something. What's it need, Belinda? Books? A little stack of books at the bottom? Belinda, Brenda, anybody who's been around knows my supplies? I'm open to suggestions today. Yeah. You know, when you're doing a collage and you just want that little bit of you know what I'm talking about. It's nice to throw in just a little thing in numbers. A random letter. All right. I have random letters, you know that. Random letter. I will pull out the bit spin and find the letters. A bigger size letter, not a problem. Bit spin and letters. Is that too close? Do I need a different color? Contrast. Needs more contrast. Oh, that covers up my 404. Different color? Is that one? Orange. Bright red A. A. What else have we got? We know I've got a lot of different letters. A little too big. X. Nope. I'm looking. Nope. A big G. You can't see it very well from there. This one? Yellow. This one? Or this letter I? Could do that E. Sticks out good. Big letter I. Big orange I. And it's got the blue marks on it that carries on. You like the E best? I kind of like the E as well. You like the E? Everybody likes the E? E it is. Back in the bin. Belinda, did you say that you just ordered some of these? I need to know how much you paid, because I went to order some, and when I first bought them, they were under $40. And now they're like $69 for 50. And I can't. I just can't. Just can't. He is the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yep. All right. Just a little bit of whimsy in the middle. All right, so we got this and this and that and that and that. We're doing good. Look at how much stuff I've used up, guys. Now this can go in that bits bin, and when I'm working on a journal or whatever, I can just pull stuff out and use it. That's why I like to pre-make things like this. All right, what else have I got? I got so much stuff. Let's use this one. I love whimsy. Lots not. What do I do with the journals I make? Collect dust. Okay, Belinda. A lot of times I'll donate them. I've sold some. I've sold quite a few, but I do that flood the streets with art. So I made half a dozen for that one year. Yeah. I got lots of paintings too. My daughter used to teach paint nights. So all her practice canvases are sitting here. And I keep meaning to collage on top of them and do some stitching. And, I have many, 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 many ideas. And I have lots of stuff. This is one of the little art journals I'm working on right now. I did a snippet strip, which is you take a strip and you just glue down all kinds of bits of paper, or you can stitch things down, whatever. So anyway, I turned it into an accordion book, and then I sewed in some little signatures, and it's just a little doodle book. So I was working on this morning because I felt like it. And when I get little bits like this left over on the table, I'll glue it into one of these little books. Really? Oh, that bites. That really bites, Belinda. I'm glad you can get it for that price. So I worked in this little book today. I finished here. I got, a fair bit left to go. And I keep gluing more stuff in. So I got a couple of those on the go as well. This one I haven't done anything in yet. Again, this was the snippet strip that I folded up into an accordion book. No, I didn't do all this morning. I did this and this, this, and this morning. For a pack of 50. Yeah, see? They want 69 Canadian. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Anyway, I have an orange one here now. I'm thinking I really kind of like orange and purple or orange and blue. That could be kind of cute down one edge, right? Because all the other ones I've got them underneath, right? Which is cute when it's glued down on a page. This one too hangs over. So I was thinking if I did it right on top. Is this supposed to be navy blue? I think it's purple. Yeah, I kind of like that combo too. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it on this side, not this side. Okay, let's turn it over. Oh, look, there's a hole. There's one of the holes still stuck. And let's get my glue page. Glue page. That's fine. Yes, I get it. It's a day to be numb. I understand that. How old was your baby? Those who weren't here when Barbara came in, she lost her cat. Her cat was went over the Rainbow Bridge. I don't know how long that is. I guess I should do this so I don't go too far. Oh, look, I could have just gone anyway because. So I'm going to, which edge did I want to do it on this one? So I'm just going to take that and put that against that edge like this. Oh, that's really kind of fun. And of course, I'm going to come in with the gel pen and I'm going to go in each of those little circles and along the edge. But this I will definitely have to let dry before I do that. What else can we add to that? Oh, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. You're having a rough day. I totally get it. Totally 100% understandable. $13. Oh. Aw. Oh, but they're going to be going through the grief too, looking for her, I'm sure. What do we want to put on here? I have a feeling that I want something like this. Books. Books. Not a bird? Okay. Books. So I'm thinking then, I'm putting books on this. Do I want books stacked this way? I guess I could do it this way. Yes, I hand make all these little book things too. Belinda just knows the things I've got in my stash. And she mentioned books the other day, and I didn't have any, so I made these. Here's another little one, like this one. Come, you, get out of there. Something like that. Anyone, anyone, anyone? Or is this like a bookshelf and they should be stacked up on top of that? Thanks, Stephanie. You know what? There, you were talking about the strips, like how I use my strips. Well, my word, I have collected so many, and I do a lot of these kinds of things, right? Like snippet strips. I don't bother doing rolls. This way, I can take them and clip them and put them onto uh, in a bulldog clip, and I have them hanging on the wall. So I've got lots of snippet strips that I embellish. Um, so actually, I use them for backing. Well, not backings. Um, these are the ATCs I did for the group. So I used snippet strips, and then I did a whole bunch of painted roses. Snippet strips. Now I made your day. Awesome. So I painted like the roses, and did that yesterday. I managed to get these all done yesterday because I was going to do the masks that I did, but I can't part with them yet. Snippet strips. I will show you snippet strips. So I have a very, very, very hard time throwing out scraps. At you at your desk, actually. So I'm take bits and I glue them down like this. Then rip off a hunk, doodle on it, and use it in journals and things, or like on the backgrounds of those cards. So these are all snippet strips, and they hang over there on a bulldog clip. And like I said, I just chop or tear off pieces whenever I want. So yeah. Oh, what do I do with them? Some of them I stitch on, like these ones. Yeah, the beads and sequins are stitched down. I've done some embroidery on them, and what do I do with them? I use them in journals. Where's that journal? This one. So then I use them in journals. This is a piece of one, and I use it as a pocket, so I can tuck things behind it. Thanks. Nice to see you, Lee. Take care. If anybody is interested, Lee does model railroading, so he makes all the little trees and buildings and stuff. Check out his channel, because especially if you do dioramas and that kind of thing. Well, I have a hard time selling things. Being in Canada, shipping to the States has become, we don't even want to talk about what it's become. And the ones that the ladies do that are actually they sew the bits together and they use lace and embroidery. They're absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I just like making stuff and hoarding it. Much to my children's dismay, they keep coming down here and they look around and they go, "Mom!" And I just laugh. Because, again, they are versatile, Stephanie. Well, thanks. Yeah, I go on binges. Um, like a lot of the paper crafters that I stream with or watch, or in their groups kinds of thing. We all do this kind of stuff. And sometimes we get together and play on Facebook, where we can actually talk to each other and chat and play, and we just do stuff because it's something to do. You paint a lot too, though, don't you, Stephanie? Oh, thanks. Yeah, I must agree that I'm more artist than crafter, because, like I say, these masks that I did, I started them on my stream. I think you were here. Me too. And they're on ATC size cards, but I'm not going to use them as ATCs. I'm not willing to part with them. So I'm calling this Masquerade Mania, and they all have M names. We named them all on my stream. And then my girlfriend Jean Peter and I were playing one afternoon and gave them all M occupations. And I think they all are from Manitoba, which is the province I live in. Also in M. I'm all into the alliteration. So I looked up M names of the towns in the province, and they're from various towns in Manitoba. Thanks. Belinda, are you back, hun? What do you guys think? Should it go this way, or should I it go this way. Me too. Me too, Barbara. I mean, I used to carve. My hands aren't up to it anymore. I do quilt. I do embroidery. But like I say, I go through these phases. I did this beaded heart. This was actually won by somebody in my 500 subscriber giveaway. So that's all hand stitched beadwork. I'm just waiting to get together with her to deliver it. And then I've been looking at Pinterest. Yeah, I do have a Ko-fi page, but I don't think I've got really anything on it. Do I have my floral cards? I don't even know what I put on there. But I've been embroidering hearts. I love hearts on denim. Oh, I hope so that it helps you too, Barbara. So I've got a stack of these embroidered hearts that I have no idea what I'm going to do with. But I love doing collage. I really, really, really like doing collage. And even like with my journals, I really don't use a lot of scrapbook paper or purchased bits aside from beads and that kind of nonsense because I can't make things that small. I like using my own work. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. These are my I do a lot of collaged cards. They're all hand cut and hand drawn. Do you know, I make my own paper too occasionally. I definitely do. I dye a lot of paper, but I do try and use, these are in a sheet protector. And they don't want to come out of the sheet protector. Okay, there we go. But I do a lot of these floral cards. They're collaged. And of course, using my own things that I have decorated. So, yeah. No. When I play on Facebook, it's usually somebody from the group here, but we just do on Messenger, we just do video calls and we spend an afternoon or whatever playing do your own thing. Because I'm usually down in my studio unless I can get out and about. And I'm really hoping that the smoke backs off so I can get out and about because I think I've been outside maybe 5 days this entire summer. So yeah, these are the things that keep me amused. I play with hole punches and bits of paper. Okay, we never did decide which way these books are going to go. think I'm just going to put them down, and that's the way it's going to be. Oh, thanks. Those again, I don't know what I'm doing with them. I've decided now that I'm only going to do my collage work on either 4x6 or 4x6, 3x4, and ATC size, which is 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're getting therapy for that. Because that is not fun. That is not a fun thing. I don't know if you can see it, but I did do little doodles on the spines of the books. This one you can't really see, but it's there. Well, this is definitely going to have to go towards the bottom of a page, be it a text spot or a border piece. And one to the side, one standing up, leaning this way a little bit. Yeah. It's okay. No. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that at all. Need one more little one. There. We got us some books. Got us some books. Stephanie, do you stream? Where are you? All right. I am going to just do the outline kind of thing, just so that you can see them a little bit more clearly. You don't do things online? Oh, okay. I started playing online many years ago because I was involved with a lady on Facebook. I was a moderator and stuff for her. And then I do not record. I don't record. I'm usually live. Well, I'm always live. And this is, there we go. It's going to be like that. You're not comfortable, chatty? Okay. All's good. All's good. All's good. Okay, Barbara. All right. So yeah, I'm playing with paper strips because I have so many. And they're not even like even a lot, because my non-measuring. So if I use this, No, I'm definitely not going to do that one. See, I've got a lot of green, and the reason I've got a lot of green is because I'm always cutting out leaves and stuff for those collages. Like, I cut out a stack of leaves because I didn't know what else to do with that piece of paper. I didn't like the way it was doing anything else. Now, I could use this just straight down the edge of a page without doing anything to it. And I did do a lot of edges. I did cut them down, and I don't know. Got a lot of gel print bits in here. This one's fun. Maybe we need to use this one. And this one is also fun. Actually, that would make nice. It's really thick. I don't know. Okay. Those two, and let's pull one more out. No, too, that one would make lovely leaves because of the different patterning in it. But I think I'll use it to do an edge. 2.5 hours, I've got a few edges done, which is awesome. Not like those silly masks. 3.5 hours, I only had 5 of them done. Brutal. Brutal. Brutal, brutal. All right. So we want about this length. This would make a nice, we're going to put that back in the bin. So just cut these down to size. That one's going to be a little smaller. That's okay. They don't have to be big. These are more like clusters, right? You just glue on a bunch of papers together and making them kind of cute so that you can put them on the edge of a page or whatever. Perfect. So now on this, I think I would like a strip of printed paper. I wonder if that's long enough. Not quite. Not quite, but that's fine. If I take this strip of numbers, I'm going to glue that down. Maybe I should have just said this is making clusters out of strips. There's a lot of print writing on that side, so I'm going to do that just to cover up the writing. And I'm just going to cover that stuff up with these numbers because it just needs a little bit of... And I didn't glue it down straight. And that isn't going to surprise anybody who watches me. So we're going to go around that with a gel pen through the wet glue. It's okay. We'll do that a few times. Because we can. And I'm just going to go on the inside very close to the edge that I cut, as straight as I can. A ruler would help. We just don't. And I admit we don't. That's better. Okay, so now let's use... I don't know what I want to use. Maybe a bit of white text behind. Let's try that. I'm thinking. Okay, I'm going to wobble cut here. I don't know why I always start so thick and end up so thin. Then I have to go back and... That's closer. Sort of. I'm going to glue this behind here. Cut off that white. This is just Elmer's glue all. I keep it... I like this container for it. I buy it in bulk. And got all this white glue here. Just do that because I don't want to have to clean my scissors. So we've got that, we've got that. Oh, birds, you can go away. I need something maybe now. Trying to decide. Welcome back, Belinda. I did books. You weren't here. I kept calling you, but you were gone. I did it this way because I thought maybe if I did it this way, I could have like a bookshelf, but I just stacked them at the bottom. Now I'm playing with this and trying to decide if I like that or not. Or, you know what? I'm going to just take, oh, pardon me, an orange marker, and I'm just going to go along this edge. Oh, this is a dry erase marker. Well, Doesn't matter. I like it. I definitely like that. Now I feel like I should doodle in that orange strip. So, what am I going to use for the focal point on this? Thanks. What am I going to use for the focal point on this? You know what? Let's use the marker because it's going to be faster. What about a tall cat? Thinking. I don't. Oh, you got some pink on you, or some orangey. Hmm. Are the colors too close? The colors are too close. I think he's too dark. Is he too dark? A paint blob. I don't know that I've got any paint blobs. Postage. Well, we could use a Twinchy. One of these. No. A paint blob is kind of like a paint splatter. You just kind of cut out with a wobbly shape, highlight it, etc. Nope, don't like any of those. You like the first one from the stack? Was it that one? Oh, this one? I think that's the first one. Something like that? Looking for other things to audition. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Those are over here. You're talking about these guys, Belinda. You have not seen my stash, no. Yeah, that's a paint blob. What else have I got? What else have I got? Flat Stanley, yeah. Hey, Teresa. Nice to see you, hon. Welcome, welcome. I am. Don't ask. Yeah, my paint blob monsters. Well, we got some lag here. I'm trying them and getting no answers. These are the ones that I was going to use for the monster dating book. You know, the ones that have kind of rude names and, you know, likes to run barefoot through taffy, snuggle in damp caves. Funny is a nice way to put it. See, like they've got names like Mincy Frog Bits. Pungency Poupiere. This one's a Monster Under the Bed. Hornsby Horror. Try a blue one again. What else have I got? We won't leave those names out where they can be offensive to some people. What else have I got? I got more monsters. Oops. You know what I'm looking for that I can't find, right? Because I put them in a safe place again. Oi. Well, I know I've got some in here. I could just do a wonky chunk. Building. Robots. Nope, don't like the robots. Oh, no. Well, that wasn't. Don't look over there. I'm going to use this mushroom. Yes, blue complements orange. That's what my living room is. It's a kind of a sea blue with orange and yellow accents. We're going to do something calm like a mushroom. Because again, I have difficulty. That's way big. Parting with my creatures. Some creatures I make enough of that I don't mind parting with them. Here's a blue one. Do I have another one that's a bit taller? Something like that. Am I overthinking today? That looks good? Okay. I've been working on building up my stashes again of bits. Me and my Kim bits. We'll do this. I loves making Kimbits. Oh no. Keep the paint blobs in hand. You're not calling them monsters anymore? They're no longer my monsters? Okay. Outline. And black pencil, do the shading under here. Just so that one does look like it's that little bit more out in front. Huh, that was a long haul, ladies. That was a very long haul. All right. I have stuff. Guys, I think I'm going to have to do a... I don't know what. Okay. 2 more? Or are you guys sick of me? It's been 3 hours. It's all in fun for the long haul, yeah. Actually, Jean and I are going to get together and make some masks, I think. Because she wasn't here when I was making the masks. I'm going to add that to that. Yeah, I've got... I don't know. Go for it? Okay. How you doing, Teresa? It's nice to see you. Monster blobs and robots. Yeah. Do have quite a collection of critters. I just did a whack load of fish. Thought I did a lot of cats, but I think they've been used. You know, if I put this there, I'm going to cut that down, but have that out the side. Then if I took a wonky chunk and put it in front, oh, let me just copy those so I can cut them out. Yes, yes. You won't be here Tuesday. You got to sleep. You're going on a drive or something else happening, hon? You heading to Michigan? Oh, surgery. Oh my goodness. Okay. I will be thinking of you on Tuesday. I'll be here again tomorrow. It's a long weekend here in Canada. Sorry, I'm waiting for those to print. I think I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. Oh, I think the chunks are too big. Chunks are too big. Well, that's a kind of good that you're not gonna be awake for it. Is your daughter gonna come and take care of you? You got somebody to look after you when you get out of the surgery? No. Somebody from your church gonna come and be with you, hun? Yeah, pain, exactly. Your daughter's in Michigan, right? If I remember correctly. Ignore that. It's okay. We can disguise it. We need something for this one. You know, if I did this and I put it at the edge of a page, and we'll flip these cats over and pretend this is a journal page, right? Then we put it like this. Yeah. And we put that at the edge of a page. Problem being is these are all too stinking big. Why did I make these so big, guys? I mean, the tail could stick out on the page behind, right? Like when it's folded. Oh, Teresa. Are you going to be released the same day? Yeah, probably. Good call, Barbara. I got one little one. That one's boring. Okay, what else? Good stuff. Lots of stuff. Way big. got photocopies of my littler ones. They're so pale, I need to color them though. Okay. This bird? Yeah, I'll definitely be thinking of you too, Teresa. You could do this, dude. I'll have to color him because he's a copy. What do you think? If I color him and make him brighter? Yeah, I think I like that one too. Yeah, a lot of the other Goonies are a little big. Let's give them some color. Just quickly, because you guys, this is a long time for you to be sitting watching me cutting and gluing. Oh, stick people. I've got one more to do. We could use stick people for that, I'm sure. He's a bit better. I'm a bit happier with him now. I don't know. Either way, I like him with that. We can try stick people with this one. We'll glue this dude down. Glue the dude down. He is fun. He's still really pale. I can doodle on him after, and I think I need to doodle along this edge just a little bit. That's okay. Okay, stick people. You thinking with this? I got lots of little ones. Need something against the side. This again, maybe? Oh, what about this black? I've got this black. Let's use black against that. Let's glue that black down. This one's going to be thick because that's two pieces of cardstock together I'm using here. Much wider at that end. Need to do a trim. If I can see it, we know it's really bad. Well, still pretty wonky. It's okay. So, I want somebody brighter. All my knock-knee dancers. Hello, Willowbird. Welcome, welcome. I am making page edges out of strips of scrap paper. So we've got a few done so far. We're just working on trying to decide who we want or what we want on the edge of this one. I like the red too. Notice she's got red and green on her dress. I don't even know what the heck that's from. Come on, focus. Why aren't you focusing? Why are you being a sod? There? Nope. There we go. Look, she's got green on her dress, Belinda. I don't know what the heck. Oh, I know. If you feel it, this must have been one of those master boards I did with all the scraps that I punched the circles out of. And then after I punched the circles, right, I had a whole row of circles like this. I took these points, the corners, and I made them into dresses. A lot of them have. So that's what that is. That's why there's red and green. Why would I have put red and green together? Yeah, I like the red too. There's another one over here. I see more red. That one's nice too. I can trim her down just a bit. Well, if I'm calling them clusters, I may as well go all the way, right? Wow, the crookedness of this one is actually really, really bothering me, guys. Because it's got the X's. And they're hand-drawn, so they're not even straight. Well, hell. I mean, it's only a fraction of a bit out. It's that piece that isn't straight. See? Like it's just a fraction out. I don't know why it's making me crazy. I don't know. It's okay. Do I have a video where I make these? Basically, I just take a triangle kind of thing and I just draw a stick person on top of it. So again, because I always have so many scraps, I will cut triangles, glue them down on a white piece of paper, add the stick people things to them. I don't even really shade them or anything. I will draw kind of things at the bottom of the dress to look like ruffles or pleats or whatever, and just draw stick people. Stick people. I think I like this one. I think I like that red one. And I do little ones too, Stephanie. I do these little ones. And then when I send out Happy Mail or whatever, I glue one down over the envelope thing. Actually, you can see because I got mail going out. I put them over where the envelope goes. Yeah. So I think I did over 200 of these little ones. I have a tendency to work small. I do a lot of very small things. Like the books, like, you know, those are small. It depends on the mood. Okay. So I do like this. I'm thinking maybe if I do this so it's halfway, what do you guys think? If it's halfway, or should I just put it straight down the black? We're auditioning. Come here, little girl. Or if it's halfway. Halfway? Thanks, Stephanie. Okay, we're going to do this halfway. Did you see that? I flipped it over again. I don't know. Yeah, I have it. I sit and I make little things to build up my inventory so that when I'm doing stuff, I can grab and go very often, like this. You're going to smack me? Why are you going to smack me? Well, maybe that's why. That's better. I don't know why I do it. I honestly don't know why I do that. That's hilarious, though. Okay, I'm going to trim her down a bit because she's still pretty bulked out around. Let's get the little scissors. I appreciate you guys being here. been almost 3.5 hours. And I was late. Ugh, can't believe it. I brain isn't in gear, obviously. Oh, and Stephanie, if sometimes I put wings on them, I'll take gold and I'll draw wings, and then I'll draw the stick person on, just in case somebody is into the angels and stuff. Some of those little guys have wings. Yeah, normally I go live at 12:45. I love to say that. Going live at 12:45. And I was convinced that we were still in July. And I only streamed the first 3 Sundays in the month. There. That's better. Still a little bulky, but that's okay. Oh, she's got a pointy head. Thanks. Yeah, my imagination doesn't shut the beep up. It's brutal. It's really, really brutal. You know, with that arm up, I think she needs to be holding balloons. I have never been accused of being an introvert ever in my life. Never. My mom always said that I was vaccinated with a gramophone needle on long play at full volume. And I've always been out there. Yeah, but I like working small. I don't know what it is. I really don't know why. Like, I've done big things. Like, if you saw on my Facebook page, I just posted a memory from 11 years ago. That lion that I painted was on a 4x6 piece of painter's floor, like canvas for the floor. I was the recreation manager at a 200 bed personal care home, and me and my staff, we each painted 2 animals, and I was going to let the guys go on safari with water pistols, but then decided that it was better to do a photo shoot with them. So they did a big photo shoot with the residents and all these wild animals. I did that one and a rhino, and people did deer and elk and a giraffe. But I cut all the canvas and primed them all. Yeah. Yes, people can be mean to creative kids. You figured that you're being funny. Yes. No. Seriously, that is something I have never been accused of. I've been accused of being a lot of things. Introvert is not one. Actually, when I have my anxiety attacks, it's when I'm home alone. I can go out and I can speak in public. I can speak in front of 200 people and not blink an eye. Leave me home alone and watch me go absolutely loopy. It's really weird. Really, really weird. But yeah. Okay. Did we agree she's good? I like it. This is fun. Lots of fun. I have a lot of cleaning to do on my desk for tomorrow. I stream again tomorrow, going live at 12:45. I don't know what we're doing. What have we done lately? We've done buildings. We did those masks. Can't remember. Wow, that's brutal. I really like the way this one turned out. Yeah, 12:45 Central. I don't know if you're on Central or Eastern, but 12:45 Central. All right. So let's look at what we've done. Let's get that white piece of paper. Oh, nothing got stuck in that glue. This is what we've accomplished today. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for your input, feedback, ideas. Look, lots. We did lots, guys. Lots. They won't all fit in here, on here. Ideas for tomorrow, anyone? It's going to be something using scraps. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly, Brenda. Like, I mean, I've got a mural that's still up in the local high school. It's it was a picture of, they wanted things to do with the seven sacred teachings, the indigenous seven sacred teachings. So I did a city scene and a rural scene with the teepee and stuff, forest. And I had the peace pipe going across the bottom, and the smoke went all up into the and formed like the beaver and the bear and the eagle and stuff. Yeah. So I don't know if I should call these clusters, borders, edges, monster blobs from various scrap colored papers. I could do monsters. Piecework, patchwork monsters. I kind of like that idea. Like cut out a blob and turn it into a monster. Like wobble cut it. Wobble cut shapes and make them into monsters. I can do that. Using up the scraps. Super scrappy strips. Like the snippet strips. I'm all about critters. I like critters and creatures. But yeah, I could do some scrappy strips too. I've got, see, I use these white pieces and then I just glue the bits on them. I could definitely do some snippet strips. I haven't even started my postcards for the swap this month. I need to do 5 4x6 postcards, and we came up with a bunch of things to do on them, like buildings and stuff. I just haven't started them. But yeah. And again, you know, if you've got little bits of paper, sew them together into a little book, and you've got wonderful little doodle creations. Three-foot tall skunk on her wall. Awesome. I love that. That's excellent. Yeah, these, I end up with like little bits of painted papers from various things. I just made them into books because you don't have to do a book lots. Oh, nice. I've got some in my stash. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to do one of those collage vases, like the floral vases, as one. I don't know. Anyway, I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for being here. I appreciate you all. This is the one I did this morning that led me into being late to start today. Painted paper, scrappy monsters. Okay, I can do that. I have scrappy or scrap paper that is still big enough that I can do that for sure. For sure. And of course, I'm going to keep this because it's going to go in like a little book or something. All right. All right. All right. You know what, Brenda? I've made it to 67. I think we're doing excellently. Absolutely excellently. And I even paint on my walls because my husband doesn't mind. All right, guys, thanks very much for being here. Big hugs to each and every one of you. And if you're around tomorrow, going live at 12:45 tomorrow, and we're going to do some snippet strips and scrap monsters. Yay! Hugs to you all. Have a wonderful evening. Bye now. Oh, thanks to everybody up in the balcony and anybody who watches the replay. Hugs to you guys too. Take care. Bye.